Welcome back to another Clifton Cameras. That's short for Week in Review.
Were.
Yeah, W-I-R.
Okay.
Were. That's what we're going to call it now. The were. Alright, that's probably not going to take off. Anyways, on today's agenda, some big stuff in the world of photography has happened this week. Pulitzer Prize winners were announced. Some photographers may not even be interested in that, but it's big news. Everybody wants a Pulitzer Prize. That might also not be true. I should stop speculating on what people want.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about the Pulitzer Prize winners. The World Press Photo winner was announced. That was a pretty striking photograph. We're going to discuss the cameras that were used to shoot the winning photos of the World Press Photos 2018. Kind of an interesting,
I was going to say very interesting.
Yeah, mix of what people are using there. We have a special interview with 4 punks from Bedfordshire. Sounds weird, I know. And Sigma have finally released the pricing on 7 Sony E-mount lenses. So some sweet new glass for you mirrorless users out there. And then Andy's going to lead us out with the weekly promotions as per usual. Booyakasha! I'm just trying new things this week.
Yeah, just trying it out and see what happens.
Alright, let's get it. Let's do it.
Out of the comfort zone.
So the Pulitzer Prize is it's like a serious award for serious people, isn't it?
Yes.
Where it shows its excellence in an achievement in
much coveted. Is it journalism? Is that what it's for?
Journalism, literature, music. I think it covers everything because Kendrick Lamar got one this year as well.
Oh, okay.
And that was weird.
Yeah.
Not to say that. Yeah, let's not get into it. Anyways, so there are 2 categories, 2 Pulitzer categories for photographers, and those are feature photography and breaking news photography. And I believe, let's see, this year the photographer Ryan Kelly of the Daily Progress won the breaking news category for this photo that we're looking at now of I think it was a Charger just plowing into a group of protesters.
Yeah.
So that's quite a striking photograph.
At the, what was it, the Unite the Right rally.
Unite the Right, yeah.
So, yeah, Black Lives Matter. You can see the the signs there. So, yeah, obviously...
That's just carnage, isn't it?
Racially charged.
Definitely. Like, there was... 1 person was killed in that car crash. And
oh, really?
Yeah, 19 other people were injured.
Wow. Yeah, you can see why. It's certainly a stunning image.
I never noticed, but in the bottom left of the photograph, you could see somebody's face just like... hitting the floor. See that head down there, Andy? Yeah. Intense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a pretty an accurate description of how things have been going in the US this year, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that occurred amidst the controversy generated. Oh yeah, that's what it was. They were removing Confederate statues
really?
all over the states last year in the South after because Confederate flag. What that stands for.
A lot of history there.
And so there were I think it was, what was it, far right, white supremacists, neo-Nazis kind of got together.
And that's what this was for.
And that's what the rally was about. And the person driving that car had white supremacist links, and he just decided, I'm gonna drive into this crowd of people.
Wow. So I think this guy worked for a newspaper as well, is it? Daily Progress was in Charlottesville, I think it was.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And I think it was shot in Charlottesville, that photograph.
That's right, yeah. So very stunning one.
That was a crazy day. So later on that day, I remember this as well. There were 2 state troopers died in a helicopter crash as well.
Wow.
And they were flying to the city to assist in security. I don't know, they think that's a separate sort of, not a separate incident altogether, but
All have the same cause.
Anyways, second category for feature photography was won as a collective by the photography staff of Reuters for their work exposing the violence faced by Rohingya refugees fleeing from Myanmar.
Again, pretty disturbing
Very
images. Some of them.
Yeah.
I've actually got some more here. Actually, I think
It's really striking stuff.
go through some of this stuff.
It is, it's quite intense, isn't it? Really, like to be able to be in that situation as a, as a photojournalist and still thinking about composition with like. It must be weird to sort of be there and detach, because you have to detach yourself from what's going on in front of the lens.
To capture that, to actually capture what's going on.
Yeah.
The reportage that you need to cover that. So I mean, it's pretty harsh stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, look at that. It's got to be a weird. It must be a really strange thing. I mean, you know, we talk about photography every day, but we usually are shooting in controlled environments with, you know,
nice lighting,
nice
portrait shots or landscapes.
Yeah.
This is real life. Bringing it to the people sort of thing.
Yeah.
This is really letting people. I think that's what they won as well, wasn't it? It was really exposing the violence that was going on.
Yeah.
In Myanmar. Yeah.
Almost ethnic cleansing, wasn't it? Genocide. I think it was Buddhist. Was it Buddhist? I don't want to speculate on this part. I haven't done my research, so we'll leave that alone. Anyways, harrowing stuff. So while we're on deeply depressing subject matter, let's move on to the winner of the World Press Photo Competition. Another.
This was
another well-regarded.
This was a very
photo
striking image.
It's not a competition, but.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what won. This gentleman, Ronaldo Schmidt, I think is how you say his name. Schmidt.
Is it Ronaldo? Maybe.
Ronaldo.
I apologize.
I mean, apparently he took this in Caracas in Venezuela, and that's a country in turmoil.
During police riots, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So this guy caught on fire. I think wasn't it like a motorcycle exploded?
Exactly.
And the gas went everywhere and coated him. It's like I think he got first and second degree burns.
Oh, right. You can imagine.
Yeah, pretty striking image.
But yeah, I mean, he was awarded that. You know, I mean, it's a good award. It must be strange to be awarded something for shooting a photo of somebody in such a dire position. Do you know what I mean?
It's like a positive from a highly negative.
Yeah.
Well, I remember reading how they were judging it as well with the composition and everything. It just seemed quite a strange thing to read, that you still judge someone on fire.
Just pretend to be running, standing still whilst there's flames coming off your things. Just hold the composition right there.
Great movement.
Yeah,
just really flail and screech your way across the frame there.
I think there was a comment about, it immediately evokes an emotion or something along those lines. It's like, it's
a picture of a
terror.
puppy, so
It got a quote from Ronaldo. He said, "I thought the day was almost over, then the protest was ending, but I saw some protesters running and followed them. When I got there were protesters clashing with armored vehicles. One of the armored vehicles ran over some young men, then the protesters managed to grab a National Guard motorcycle. That's when I saw the gas tank was on fire and moved away. At that moment, the motorcycle exploded. I was very, very close with my back turned. I didn't see it. I just felt the explosion, the heat, and started taking pictures. I shot and shot within the ball of fire without really knowing what was happening. I only realized a few seconds later that it was a person that was on fire."
Wow, so you kind of did that on instinct as well. That was just
turned around and started shooting.
Yeah, that's meant. Because was this just a random guy, or did he work for a? Would he work for a publication?
I think he's a photojournalist. I don't think he's a professional.
So he was there literally to do
Is it AP? Is it AP? Not the magazine, but there's a Associated Press. That's it.
And it is Ronald, by the way, not Ronald.
Ronald.
Not Ronaldo.
Sorry, Ronaldo or Ronald. I'll get it right.
Yeah, where did he work?
Wow. Okay. So let's not dwell on the negative stuff. An interesting thing that came out of this World Press Photo of the Year competition is they asked the photographers that I suppose were entered. There were like several thousand people were entered to win this, and there were images from each of them, and Ronaldo.
Ronald.
Whoops. Anyways,
we apologise, Ronald.
but they tallied what the photographers were using as far as their gear goes, and kind of an interesting ratio.
A reverse of last year, I think it was.
Yeah. Is it?
I think I remember reading. Basically, it was pretty much 50% of people were using Nikon.
Yeah.
And 30% Canon. And I believe last year it was pretty much the exact opposite.
Yeah. And a great deal of those are using D5s, it seems.
Yeah, there were three cameras that were tied in first place. There was the D5 and the D810 from Nikon, of course, and the classic Canon 5D Mark III. Those three were at the top.
So there you go. Your DSLRs aren't phased out yet, as much as we've been hyping up mirrorless cameras. Yeah. Those are the go-to for the serious jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, I think mirrorless cameras were only 11% of the cameras that were used to shoot some of these photos were supposed to be mirrorless cameras.
They were, but it's worth also mentioning that that was still up from last year, though.
Oh yeah.
Last year was 5.5%.
Okay.
So it is on the rise.
So the mirrorless cameras have actually gone up. In fact, I believe somebody here stated that they seem to think that next year we'll be seeing a huge rise in mirrorless cameras.
Yeah.
So it's that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. There you go.
That's it.
I don't know. You gotta. Yep. Thrilling stuff from the Clifton Camera Studio on a Friday afternoon, evening. All right, moving on from that. What do we got next, guys?
I believe we had from one awkward interview to another.
Oh. Yeah. Go on, then. Introduce our next weird segment then.
Well, yeah, we recently had a interesting interview that Matt conducted in Dursley with 4 punks.
Yeah, interesting.
From Bedfordshire, I believe.
Yeah, they're from Bedfordshire.
It was an interesting encounter, so we'll go over to that now.
Check it out. Welcome back to another Clifton Cameras video. Today we've got something interesting for you. A very unique family of tripods from Bedfordshire. Three-Legged Thing are a young company with an established reputation for innovation, quality engineering, and colorful design. Today we've got a family of tripods called the Punks that we're going to speak to. Fellas, can you please introduce yourselves?
I'm Billy, I'm tip-top.
I'm Travis, I get the job done.
I'm Brian. I am the Messiah, you may say.
Corey, the best.
So, Corey, you're the youngest of the crew. How does it feel to be an entry-level micro-traveler tripod?
I don't know. How does it feel to be a grown man trying to make it on YouTube?
Whoa! I think we got off on the wrong foot here. What I meant to ask was, do you think your small stature is an advantage?
Look, I'm way more capable than my size suggests.
Yes.
I mean, Brian is the oldest and tallest among us, but I have just as many leg sections as Brian. I can hold just as much weight as Brian, and I'm way smaller than all of them. You know what that means? I can go places they can't.
Travis, they say you're the workhorse of the bunch. Reliable and sturdy. Some might say like a drummer. Would you say that resonates with you?
I just got on with it, you know. I've got nothing to prove. You can rely on me to provide stability day in, day out. If we're using bands as an analogy, I guess you could say I was the drummer. The centrepiece of the band has to provide the timekeeping and the tempo. Without somebody you can rely on in that position, the whole ensemble falls apart, you know what I mean? I'll be there whatever the weather.
What do you say to somebody who says 4 leg sections aren't enough?
Well, Travis and I might only have 4 leg sections, but we can carry the most weight. The way I look at it, the more sections you got, the weaker you are.
What good's a hulking great tripod if you can't even get to the gig? Brian and I have more sections, which means we're more portable. We go places Travis and Billy wish they could.
Okay, all right. Oh, okay, Corey. Okay, listen. You're being too abusive. We're gonna have to ask you to leave. You're gonna need to exit the show. Okay. Thanks for coming on. It's good having you. Yeah. All right. Okay. Bye. See ya. Okay, Billy. That's interesting. You should say that. Do you feel like you and Travis play similar roles?
Listen, son, at the end of the day, I weigh the least, I carry the most. I'm the geezer, I'm the governor, I'm the real deal, mate.
Only by a very slight margin. He likes to talk himself like he's some sort of superpod. There's only 70 grams between his weight and mine.
Yeah.
Like Corey said, we're more flexible. We fit in tight spaces, and even though they carry an extra 10 pounds, we can still hold 30.
Yeah.
I mean, when was the last time you needed to put 40 pounds of camera gear on a travel pod?
That's a fair point, Brian. I mean, why would we even need to call on your brothers?
I am the model tripod. I am the champion. Robust enough to support full-frame professional rigs.
Oh, here we go, showing off again every time.
But the lads still have their merits. I may not be to everyone's taste, but some people like them tall, some people like them small. And for that, you've got the other guys. but I do have the biggest monopod.
But I'm pretty sure I've got you beat on the monopod front. Look, guys, I'm getting to the end of this thing. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. We're nearly done here. Okay, can we just get through this last portion of the video? Just cooperate for like 2 seconds.
Do one, son.
I'm out. I'm done.
Oh, good shot. Off you go.
So that was weird.
Yep, that was. But I mean, seriously though, they are great tripods. We didn't really get too much into the details of what they could carry and all that sort of stuff. But go to the website, check out all the. I believe they're all online now, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're all available. I think there's a couple of extra ones as well. There's an Albert as well.
Albert. There's a few other non-punk based tripods. So
okay.
Yeah, really good tripods. Very well made. Check out on the website. We'll put a description down below. Make sure you go and check those out.
Definitely. Cool. Moving on. Andy.
Yes.
Tell us what cool new thing is happening with Sigma.
So a little while ago, back in February this year, Sigma kind of sneakily announced, I believe it was only 3 at the time, 3 lenses that they were definitely doing an E-mount fit.
There were 3 at the beginning.
And now they have announced 9 and given pricing for 7. So bear with me. So rather than just going through in detail exactly which one and what they feature, I'm just going to reel them off. So first up is the Sigma 14mm 1.8 DG art lens, coming in at the price of £1,679.
Can we do like?
We should have like a conveyor belt. And then next up we have the Sigma 20mm 1.4 DG art lens as well, but that's only priced at £859, which I feel for a 20mm is actually quite cheap.
Okay.
This is usually a lot of glass in this wide.
These are all art series ones.
These are all art series, so
art series.
Top of the range Sigma. Next up is a 24mm 1.4 DG-HSM art lens, again priced in at $799, and also priced in at $799 is the 35mm 1.4.
Cool.
Okay.
So again, fantastic for you street and portrait lovers.
Yep.
Coming up next is the 50mm, again 1.4. They seem to have a thing for 1.4 in their range. Again, but that's actually only priced at £749.
Really?
For a 50mm 1.4.
Okay.
If you compare that to like a Canon L series glass or even Sigma's own, that's
very popular lens as well.
Sigma Sony's own. After that is one that I didn't think they would ever do a size for, which is a 17mm 2.8 macro in art form.
So that gets 70mm.
70mm.
Right, okay.
Oh, I thought you said 17.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, whoa.
Are you sure?
70. But no price has been released for that. From what I can find. So that's probably one to keep an eye out for.
Dagnabbit!
Usually, to be fair, their macro lenses are fantastic. So
yes.
That could be very much one to.
I have a Sigma lens myself, and they're very good.
Next up is the perfect portrait lens, the 85mm 1.4 art lens for Sony, which is coming in at £1,199.
Sure to be a popular item.
So I reckon that is going to be very popular. After that is a Netherlands with no price, which is a 105mm.
I love the 105.
Again in art, but no price has been released. That comes in 1.4. So again, they're keeping the apertures very wide. And last but not least, a 135mm at 1.8.
1.8 this time.
1.8.
Wow.
So they've actually
breaking the mold.
I know. Breaking the theme here. Priced in at 1,399. So, to be honest, I don't think any of those prices are actually bad at all.
Nothing really struck out as like, well, that's
unreasonable.
Excessive. Yeah, it's all pretty good. And they are fantastic lenses. I mean, I know their last 105 was pretty much
pretty
awesome.
awesome.
It was on par with a lot of the actual main guys. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing
it's pretty amazing. If you already own, because these are already available in Nikon, Canon, and most importantly, Sigma Fit. you can, if you wanted to change over to, or you're in the process of changing over to a Sigma Fit, you don't have to trade these lenses in anymore.
Right.
Sigma are actually going to be offering a service for a mount conversion.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
if you're a Canon user moving on to an A7R
Yeah,
Mark III or an
that was really
A7
good.
Mark III,
That's pretty cool.
you can now actually just get the mount changed over, which I think will save a lot of hassle and time.
That's
Yeah.
thinking ahead as well, isn't it? That's really, yeah.
You don't need
service.
that MC11 mount converter either.
No.
If you've already got Canon Fit ones that you're putting on your
Yeah.
Sony, you can just
Straight over.
get rid of it. That's an extra
So-
piece of gear you don't have to carry around or
Yeah,
fiddle with when
absolutely.
you're,
Absolutely, and then you've got full features as well then, because sometimes using converters can
Yeah, you lose
a couple of
things.
features
Mhm.
and possibly add an extra stop and so on and so forth, don't you? So,
Yeah.
So yeah, super fast lenses
Super
for
sweet.
pretty reasonable prices.
Very good.
yeah, and for more technical information, they're on our website. So,
Description.
Sweet. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for all the news and gear we're going to talk about today. You want to tell us about any promotions we've got going on?
So, a little bit more enthusiasm with these. So, guys, this week I have 3 promotions rather than 1. 3 promotions. So, this week Canon have announced that there is a £100 instant discount on the 7D Mark II. That's going on until May 8th. Panasonic users, or people that are looking to go towards the Panasonic G9, you'll receive a BGG9 battery grip.
Okay.
Completely for free. You do have to claim that back from Panasonic though, that will not come with your
That's a
order.
good deal.
I'm sure that's expensive.
Really good deal. And it's due to the weather today because it is absolutely phenomenal.
Yes.
Spring is around.
Finally.
I've decided to chuck in a drone offer today.
Oh.
So the DJI Spark is £70 instant discount. And with the standard kit, you will receive a free controller that's normally only available with the combo kit.
Awesome.
To give you an idea of pricing, once those discounts have come off, the standard kit is now priced at $379, and the combo kit is priced at $509.
That's entirely reasonable.
Yeah, definitely.
So
money off and the controller.
money off and the controller for the standard kit.
Okay.
Get involved.
So, cha-ching! But otherwise, hope you guys enjoy the sunshine, and yeah, that's the promotions this week.
Cool. Well, that's it. We'll see you next week.
We didn't actually say bye.
I'll just leave that bit in. I normally fade out.